welcome back to my channel. Today I will be continuing What If Naruto Had Cremation. Anyway, without further ado, let's get right into this video. After Naruto hears what Itachi has to say, he asks Itachi, is he telling the truth? And Itachi reassures Naruto that he is. So Naruto begins to ponder, to gather his thoughts. And Sasuke, ignorant as, tells Naruto that even if he wasn't going to come willingly, they were just going to take him anyway. Right, Itachi? And Itachi sighs and tells Naruto, sadly enough, we may have attempted to take you. And Naruto looks at Sasuke and was like, do you really think for a second that I'm not stronger than you? Just because you got your little pretty purple eye and your infinitely glowing red one, you think you think you're better than me? Is that what this is? My God, I've been turning people to ash my entire franchise. I'm joking. So anyway, so as Naruto is telling Sasuke these things, Sasuke starts activating his Susanoo, and Itachi tells Sasuke to stop, but Sasuke tells Itachi that it doesn't matter because either way it goes, Naruto doesn't have a lot of chakra and his fire is based off his stamina. So if we can just wear him down, we can take him in regardless, right? And Itachi was like, well, I don't think you can back down now. And Sasuke was like, why did you say that? And Itachi was like, do you not know what happened during Naruto's fight with Pain? And when he looks back at Naruto has the 9 blue tails behind him and his fox ears, and Naruto's eyes are glowing blue slits, of course. So Naruto's like, what's wrong? And like a scratchy tone, he's like, what's wrong? Fox got your tongue? And before Sasuke could even do anything, Naruto blows, just sends a massive fireball right toward him, which currently, as of right now, yeah, so it completely it turns most of all of his Susanoo to nothing. The only part that's still around him is the little rib cage thing. So Sasuke is in complete and utter shock, and Itachi tells Naruto that this doesn't have to end this way. And Naruto looks at him and was like, no, there's no other way this can end. I'm tired of every time I try to think about something, this ignorant little kid is always in the conversation. I am tired of it all. And Naruto looks at Sasuke and was like, all you have to do, just for once in your life, all you have to do is realize how small and insignificant those eyes are, and put your pride aside and realize how weak you are compared to me. Eyes are not. I'm a tailed beast. With your eyes can do, I can do in seconds. You have to unlock your forms. All I have to do is get angry. And Sasuke looking at Naruto, and Naruto holds out a hand, his starts forming a fireball in his hand, and Naruto looking at Sasuke, seeing the fear in his eyes, Naruto just stops, and Sasuke takes the opportunity to push Naruto off of him and regather his bearings. And Naruto was like, so let me get this straight. You got your Eternal, you got your Rinnegan, and you just came running back here to fight. You didn't train, there was no development, You didn't think for a second that I was any stronger than when you left, did you? You just came back and decided that you wanted to fight me. Now, Sasuke, do you grasp the fact of how insignificant you are? And Sasuke looks at Itachi, and Itachi tells Sasuke that this is also something that he needed to hear from not just him. And Naruto was like, I'll give it to you. You have potential. But given the fact that you didn't complete all of your training with Orochimaru, I mean, you barely did any of it. I mean, yeah, kinda, I guess. Well, yeah, you like barely trained. You just got pumped full of drugs. You don't know what you're doing. So Sasuke looks at Itachi and tells Itachi that you knew that this was gonna happen, didn't you? And Itachi looks at him with the most sternest of looks and tells him that if you can't get any stronger than what you are now, then you'll be no help to them in the final fight against Madara and Obito. You'll be no help at all. You needed to hear this from the person that is going to be your partner in the fight. And Naruto stops and looks at him and was like, excuse me, sir, what? And Itachi looks at Naruto and tells him that he's going to be fighting alongside Sasuke. And Naruto was like hell I will. I don't want to fight again. I don't want to fight with someone as weak as him. He's unreliable. Besides, who says I have to? And like on cue, Jiraiya and like the Kage come and they like tell Naruto that now, well, specifically just the Leaf Village, not like the rest of the Kage, but yeah. So Naruto like turns around and the Leaf, like the Hokage, tells Naruto that now no matter what he does, he's under he technically is a prisoner, so he has to do what the Leaf tells him. And Jiraiya told Kakashi to tell Naruto to go with Itachi. And at first, like, people were against it. Obviously, all of Naruto's friends were against it. Mostly Hinata. Hinata was against it. Zabuza really didn't care. I don't think I have Zabuza in this one. I don't know. Anyway, if he is in here, he didn't care. If he isn't, then oh well. Yeah, I don't think I put him in this one. Yeah, if he's not in here, he's not in here. If he is, yes, I don't know. I don't really care. I'm too tired. So Naruto like looks back at Itachi, looks at Sasuke, and tells Sasuke that I guess they have a lot of work to do. And he shrugs his shoulders and he helps Sasuke up out of the little ditch that he jumped down into, trying to get his bearings back. So Naruto was like, so what are we doing now, Itachi? And Itachi looks at Naruto and says that right now all they have to do is prepare. They already have one major piece of the puzzle, which was him. And Naruto was like, so I'm a piece of a puzzle now. Gee, I never knew that was how much I was worth. And Itachi was like, not like that. We have a piece to a much larger puzzle. And this piece of the puzzle, specifically Naruto, you are a major piece of that puzzle. And Naruto tells him, and how exactly do you expect me to get any stronger than what I am now with the smallest amount of chakra that I have? And Itachi looks at him and was like, we weren't even talking about training, but since you're on the matter, see, I knew you would be a good first choice. Get our forces stronger before we go out searching for more. That way we could prepare for any incoming assaults. And Naruto was like, that's not what I was heading toward. I was more or less worried about me, but sure, let's go with that one too. So for like the next 6 months, Naruto has a reputation as the savior of the leaf, as the blue fox, and the fugitive, the blue flame. There's a difference because Naruto has an alias. He doesn't just run around like showing his face. He wears like a whole like get up to hide his face. And since he doesn't have a lot of chakra anyway, they can't really find him. So, and it's not really that hard to suppress his chakra because he doesn't have a lot of it. Unless they're looking for Nagato's chakra. In that case, it's a whole bunch of that. So, Naruto, over this period of time, have gathered up enough information to find out that the only way for him to actually fight the tailed beast in a safe way, the Nine Tails specifically in a safe way, is to go to the Cloud Village, because there's a temple there that they use to tame the Eight Tails. So Itachi, after getting word of this, he begins to set up arrangements with the Leaf Village in the Cloud to allow Naruto to go and fight the Nine Tails to gain his power completely and utterly. And Naruto at this point, his chakra has gotten to at least, I'm gonna say, like kid Sasuke level of chakra. So he does have a decent amount now than what he had before. Sasuke, when he was a kid, I think had a lot of chakra. So Naruto, after like so long, finally like actually goes to sleep, because Naruto throughout the 6 months has never really had sleep. He slept for 30 minutes every other day. Most of the time he was up on like things that keep you up, like jutsus and things that keep you up. I don't know. Anyway, so when Naruto went to sleep, Naruto fell asleep for several days. When Naruto woke up, he was being transported by a entire legion of Leaf Shinobi. And when he actually gets up and when Naruto actually starts moving, they set out an alert to alert Naruto's little group. And on cue, Itachi and everyone else that Naruto knows immediately convene on the location. So when Naruto wakes up, he's greeted by friendly faces, or somewhat friendly. So when Naruto wakes up, the first person to say something to him is Sasuke, telling him that the least he could do, being his rival and all, is to not pass out for several days on end. Idiot. And Naruto was like, I don't recall ever giving you the authorization to call me an idiot, clown. And Sasuke was like, oh yeah, how about you come prove to me I'm a clown? And Naruto was like, I think I already did that several times during our training, if I'm not mistaken, right? And Sasuke like grits his teeth, and Naruto starts laughing. And Itachi was like, now that that's over with, Naruto, we are now headed toward the Cloud Village so that way you would be able to gain complete control over the Nine Tails. And Naruto asks them like, was this necessary? And Itachi was like, I don't understand what you're talking about. And Naruto looks at him and was like, you really don't know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about all of the ninja that are around. Like, this is not slight. People are gonna see this. People know this is happening now. And Itachi was like, that doesn't matter. The Blue Fox and the Fireball are here. And the rest of us. Also, your own little Hyuga friend over there, referring as into Hinata, she's got a little reputation of her own. She's quite scary. And Naruto looks over his shoulder and he sees Hinata, and Naruto's like, oh shit, I forgot you existed for like a whole 6 months. Hey, how you doing? And Hinata was like, so we're just going to ignore that and go straight to the fact that I fucking missed you. And like, now I have to see how strong you are now compared to me, although you probably still are going to be stronger because you still have to go do something else to get more strength. But after that, we definitely have to fight. And I'm glad to see that you're well, at least. And Naruto was like, she seems a little different. And Kakashi chimes in and was like, yeah, she actually had like a whole bunch of like weird development. She's been through some shit, man. She's had a couple of flings here and there that haven't panned out. Like, they never legit made it past like the second day, but they never, yeah. Because she's a little crazy now, thanks to you. That's okay, because you're back now. Technically, kinda. Just for the day, right? And Naruto was like, just to let you know, I'm still technically a prisoner, so all this is against my will, you could say, but not really. And Kakashi laughs and was like, that's right, I forgot. You don't even have a choice in this. And Naruto was like, oh great, now he has to be a jackass about it. You know, if I ever get out of this, I'm gonna incinerate your face. And Itachi was like, what do you think these seals are for? You thought we were just gonna let you walk outside? Although you may be free from captivity and you're not locked up in a prison cell, you're still a prisoner. So when we transport you, we'll treat you like one. And Itachi was like, yeah, you're right. He is a prisoner, but he's still also one of my generals. So what we won't be doing is talking to him any which type of way. And Kakashi turns around and was like, well, he wouldn't be your general if he wasn't my prisoner. Remember that. And Itachi was like, ooh, Kakashi, don't make threats you can't keep. And Jiraiya was like, bro, like the air in the room is so thick. Like, can we cut it? And we not even in a room, bro. I can cut this with Sakura's chest. And Sakura was like, what the fuck did I do? I didn't even do anything. I was just standing here. And Naruto was like, you know what's crazy? I genuinely forgot you existed. Like, actually, oh God, are you okay? And Sakura was like, bro, you know what? Just because now I know why you called him. Now I know why people call you Pervy Sage. And Jiraiya was like, I don't discriminate on chest sizes. And Naruto was like, Jiraiya, you need to leave because that is still technically no, you're not. You're a teenager now. But you were like 70 something, go home. And Jiraiya was like, I'm gonna tell everybody we should start moving out again. So Jiraiya like disappears, and Naruto was like, whoa, what was that? And Kakashi tells Naruto that after you vanished, quotation marks, or became a prisoner, also quotation marks, Jiraiya saw it fit to go back and learn some of the things that he couldn't in the past. Now that pain is gone and he's not, just now that he's just sitting around, he figured that he'd go learn some things. So he completely mastered Sage Mode and the Flying Raijin up to the point of where your dad and you are at now. And well, up to where your dad is at. So he's basically surpassed your dad. And Naruto was like, oh shit, this man Jiraiya that became the GOAT over like a year. Wow. And Kakashi was like, so guess what they call him? Guess what they call him? Jiraiya. He never got a name. He's just Jiraiya. Well, he's the Toad Sage. They call him the Toad Sage. But most people yell at Jiraiya. Run, it's Jiraiya. I'm sorry. And since Naruto was like, that's not necessarily funny, but okay, I'm guessing. Anyway, how far are we away from there? And B looks at Naruto, like B finally says something, like he finally speaks up. B was there the entire time. B was like, I'll explain everything. We're almost there, but before you go in, I have to explain things in further detail. And Naruto was like, okay, what do I need to know? And this is where I'm in this part off. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like. If you enjoyed my content, please subscribe. This has been Shinobi. Peace.